Hey YouTube, this is Charlie juicing, and while I'm doing it, I'll try to explain to you why I do it and exactly how I do it. First of all, the juicer. I used to have an expensive juicer from a really expensive one I bought for like $300-400. It got messed up. I did away with it. I went to Walmart. I got this one for $60. I've been using it now for about 2.5 to 3 years, about 2 years or so. So I've been juicing for a while. Like you look at me, you see I'm 6'2". Right now I'm 240 something pounds. I used to be 3 plus, and I don't want to tell you that it's all about juicing, but I have done a bit of lifestyle change in a few years, and I have been trying to get myself more healthy. And I can guarantee you that juicing and blending, both of them have worked for me in the sense of lifestyle change. I don't want to mention the word diet because I'm anti. That's a word that I'm just anti. It's a word that's been pushed around by people who want to make money and, you know, diet. Let's fast. Let's do a 21-day juicing cleanse and all that kind of crap. It's nonsensical. The two things that I've done a lot, especially when I found that I had type 2 diabetes, is I cut off the sugar as much as I can, and I start doing juicing, and that has totally turned my life around. And in my other videos, as time goes on, I'll try to explain to you about the things that I've really done step by step to do my lifestyle changes. But anyway, in the juicing, normally I run to Walmart and I get as much greens as possible. So if you look there, you see abundance of green, and you will see that I have almost zero fruits in there. The only fruits that I use in my juicing is apples. And the reason why I use apple is just to give it just for the other fruits that I used to use before that I used to make the mistake of using, like carrots and strawberries and all. I used to put that in there and try to make like a smoothie juice, a whole blendy fruity juice, and I realized my sugar was still going up. And then I found out that these things, even though it's natural, contain a lot of sugar. So you think that it's fruit, so I'm gonna just eat a lot of it or drink a lot of it. But then you realize, it's filled with sugar. Good sugar probably, but not the kind of sugar that you want your body to have so much of. So I cut off the fruits and I start going deeper into greens, collard greens, a lot of kale in there, celery, a lot of celery. This is very good. If you can drink that by itself, even better. Cucumber in there. So I juice the good stuff. You go into the store and you just look for green stuff. And if it's good to eat, it's good to drink. And as I go on, I'll try to explain to you how I do it. So this is my juicer. Normally I try to juice because my family is all into juicing now also. Even my daughter, my son, my wife. So that's why I juice enough for at least 2 to 3 days. In a glass container. That's where I store it for 2 to 3 days. And we try to drink as much as we can. And I usually drink a small glass at least 2 to 3 times a day. Just a little bit. It can be half of that. Because the thing about juicing is when you juice all that stuff, it's pure nutrients in there. You're getting the best of it. And you don't want to just give your body all that because your body's not going to use all of it. It's going to throw out most of it. So what you want to do is you want to drink it in little portion at a time and let your body suck in that nutrient. So when I first started, I used to drink a big glass of that stuff for a day. And then I realized, no, let's do it bit by bit. A small glass. And you fill it up in the morning. As soon as you get up in the morning, before you even drink a cup of water or your coffee, you take some juicing. And I'm not telling you, you will start to feel in a matter of days or weeks or whatever, you start to feel. So let's go ahead and do some kale in there. And you don't want to put too much at a time. all this here. Normally you would press the things that they would normally cut and throw away. You push that in there. It's good. The juicer will juice that. All grains, lots of grains in there, and just this, and like I said, it's a small glass of this. It's not no big tall glass with ice and kill it down. Let's make it up. If you want to drink it cold, you can add ice, but perfect. Celery in here. Celery is good just by itself. You can drink celery just by itself and just add a piece of apple to it, so that it kind of help your taste bud to make it taste better if you choose to. If you can just drink it by itself. All that stuff. Normally you throw it away. All that in there. So some people will tell you that juicing is always expensive, it's this, it's that. No, I'll tell you something about the expense of juicing. I used to be on this way, insulin. I have to take it every night before I go to bed. That was a year ago. I don't know why I still have it in the fridge. But this is cost me, I think it's $200 to $300, or even more than that. That's with insurance. This. So I have to inject myself every night with this. I've been off it now for over 2 years ago, before I started juicing and kind of cut off sugar. Sugar is a drug. But anyway, that's a story by itself. 2 years ago, before I started juicing, I used to wear my glasses all the time, especially for reading, for seeing. I couldn't see across the street. The minute I stopped the sugar, instead of sodas, instead of juices, orange juice, all those things you buy in the store, and I started juicing instead, and also blending. I know some people say, oh, blending is no, they are both good. I blend. If you look at the back here, you'll see I have my bullet, my usual bullet in there. When I want a quick drink, and again, not fruity drink, not smoothie, talking about veggie drink. And you put, if it's carrot you like, if it's apples or whatever you like, anything to give it that taste, to make it acceptable to your taste, but you don't want to give it too much of any sugary fruit. That's the main thing about juicing and even blending. If you start putting fruits in there and ice and all that kind of stuff, what you're doing is you're making a smoothie. It's a refreshing drink. You quenching your taste for sugar. And that's not what we're trying to do here. What we're trying to do here is cut the sugar, diabetes, and when you have high sugar, your doctor, most doctors won't tell it to you. It messes up your eyesight. And I'm living proof that when you cut off the sugar, you'll be like this. No glasses. I can pick up almost anything and read it. A couple years ago, I couldn't do that. I had to put my glasses on and go, what is this? I prefer blending than juicing. She will drink the juice when I do it. But what she does also is she takes some of the juice and mix it when she's blending. And when she's blending, she use those packets like this in the store. These are just more of the leaves on there, and it's a little more expensive than these. So you're gonna get a lot more of this when you juice, a lot more for your money when you use those like this, because you can just push everything in here. In this, all you have is just the leaves. This is better for blending. So if you want to blend, and you triple it, it's a good one. It's about $100 for it. It's pretty good. Really quick blend. And if you're juicing, if you're doing both like what I do, you can mix your juice with your blending, and that's what you want in there. You know, until you get the best for you. When I first started juicing, I did it wrong. I did a lot of fruits, grapes and all kind of stuff in there instead of grains. And as soon as I changed to just grain, then it changed everything. I've been to Smoothie King, I've been to a lot of juicing stores, a lot of green stores that sell green juice. They do more blending than juicing because it's more economical to do blending. You get more for your money when you do it like that. But for yourself, I prefer juicing. At work, I have a blender. At home, I have a blender. So when I'm at work, it's easier to blend. I can just run to the store and get a packet of these, or mix greens and make a quick blend. Blend the juice. The only thing I keep at work in my fridge is the mixed bag and a couple little apples. Like I said, I use apple. That's my to-go fruit to get my little bit of taste, because my taste bud is really funny. Really, when I think about it, you know, you go to Burger King or McDonald's and you buy a burger and you put a piece of lettuce on it to make it feel like you have your greens. It's not. You take a lot of greens and nutrients from the greens to give your body what it needs. There's no way I would ever consume that amount of greens in a week, in a month, in a year, probably. I mean, really? Would I really go to stand back and eat this? No. I've never done it. But now I'm doing it, but in a different way. And people complain about this because they say it's a waste of, you know. So this is your waste. Your body is going to throw this out anyway. Your body is looking for this. I mean, yes, some of this. But, so this is what I got from this. Almost a half of this for this. Is it? Believe me, it's worth it for me. This used to be, this used to be here. My pants used to be 42. What is 42? Or 44. 300 pounds. And nobody told me I was fat. They go, "Oh, you big bone." Yeah, I'm 6'2". No, I'm 38. I'm 240 something pounds. But the great thing about the weight that I've lost is that I didn't go on a diet. I changed my lifestyle. I got rid of all the bad stuff. I got rid of the sugar. In my house, there's no sugar. I got rid of sugar. My coffee, one of the things that I knew that used to make me consume a lot of sugar was my coffee in the morning. I love coffee, especially on cold mornings. So I use a lot of sugar. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to cut off everything in my lifestyle that made me consume sugar. And believe me, everything has sugar in it. Bread, cornflakes, I mean, everything you look at, juice, everything has sugar in it. So it's pretty difficult to do that. But what I've done is, the soda, out. The white bread, completely gone. The sugar in the house is gone, and my kids don't miss it. And I replace that with water and juice. Juicing, water, juicing, and blending. The three things. said, you store this in a glass container, and I would recommend that this is for my family, so I would recommend that you use it within 3 days. Twice a day, once a day. I normally try to do it once a day, first thing in the morning. As soon as I get up, I give it to my body, because in the morning I think, and that's my thinking, your body is craving substance in the morning. You know, everything is relaxed, everything is getting back, everything is waking up. So you give it something that is filled with good stuff, you know. And when you drink this, what I've noticed is that you have all these jars there. When I want to make small portions and separate it, my wife will take to work, or to take to work sometimes. I use those small jars. They come in boxes at Walmart. They're pretty cheap with covers, so you can use these. It's all part of my lifestyle change, I call it. But that's basically it. Easy cleanup, and you're done. And you will feel proud of yourself when you do this. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. This is Charlie. I'm out.